Before you go, subscribe, like and comment. Click the bell if you want notifications of new episodes.
Now temperature is back to normal, and this means I'll be using 43 clicks for the 582 target. And if we look at air pressure, it's also a fair bit higher. Higher air pressure will put the impact down. But this change in pressure is not big enough to be a significant change, so I will keep my original setting. This cartridge is half the hundreds. I'm shooting at 600s, so that's 3. Again, at a light wind, you're seeing the occasional movement in the bush. That brings you down to 1. And as the wind picks up, you're seeing a steady movement in all of the bush. That brings you up to 2. But we really can't see the direction, which means it's less than 3. So I'll put the wind average to 2. That gives me a hold of 6 if the wind comes straight in from the side. If the wind comes in from an angle, I'll be using less than 6. And today the wind is changing. It's anything from a sharp left angle to almost straight in from the side. So I'll just let my aim drift and I hold anything from 2 to 5. That was the rear bag again. It's 582. The first shot was a bit off on windage, okay for elevation. Second shot to rear bag error, but the rest had the windage okay. So here's what happens. You basically need to lock the hand and have slightly more pressure back towards the shoulder. The left and the right hand works together when you're shooting like this. Okay, let's leave that target and go up to 605. You really need to pay attention to stay on top of the wind call. The first shot was a complete miss. Didn't see the wind sweeping across the plane at all. This tree is the ideal type for reading the wind, but it's too low. This tree looks exactly the same, and it's perfect height. Close to the ground, you'll always get a poor wind reading. In simplified terms, we could say it's caused by friction. It really isn't friction, but this is the wind gradient, and it's well described in science papers. At 600 in this wind, with this kind of scope, it's getting more difficult than it has to be. In order to find my wind hole, I need to use the gap to measure 5 and then half again to find, 7, 8, 9, which I need here. But at 400, I'll still just use the gap, hold the edge, and I should hit regardless. have an amount of shooter error, but it's tightening up.
Subscribe to the THLR channel by clicking the left logo icon, so you'll be shooting straighter than a drunk skunk before the sun shines over northern Norway.